Yeah, the label Raster-Noton is born out of an old band we had already in East Germany. So even in the very end of the East German times, we had the chance to release a record already. I mean, we got some money for the production. This gave us the chance to install a studio. Then the wall was falling, a complete fundamental change in our life came to us. We are socialized in East Germany. We are very inspired of this time in many things. I mean, later we recognized that we have seen a lot of intellectual movies. We was probably more in contact with literature. But the nice thing was, because of this limitation, so we couldn't consume always more. So if we found something interesting, we had really the time to, let's say, to live with the things, yeah? To analyze this, to spend them a little bit more time to probably to recognize the whole system behind. Yeah? I mean, we had the time to find the abstract sentence or the abstract essence. So until today, this is something very fundamental to our way of thinking, to don't try to be too up to date. We don't want to react on all the things we are surrounded from, because we want to focus a little bit more to some fundamental questions. For example, producing music, yeah? So, or distributing music. I mean, as a record label, we always try to give the musician the chance, a bit similar like publishing a book. For us, it's very important to create something what makes sense for a longer period than just a year or something. I mean, this is the other hand on the technology. It's not so much about technology per definition, so it's more about how brings us technology forward. Yeah. To make it short, we had the chance to create a studio, and it was the first time that we had this kind of little bit more professional situation for us. And then Frank Brettschneider and we were spending a lot of time in the studio. So one day we decided, let's experiment with electronic music. I mean, we wasn't into electronic music even before, but what was exactly in the time when we started the label was the, let's say, the arriving of the computer. So we had a computer, we had a sampling card, we had a sound card. Let's say the first steps of Raster-Noton was really to figure out what can we do specifically with a computer. We could bring them a little bit more high. Okay. When I start to do music, I mean, it's a general process. It's a never-ending learning process. So I could say every start to generate music from scratch is also a start with a new concept. I mean, there are some routines. I found them efficient. First, let's say inspiration. Inspiration comes for me very often from outside of the music. So it can be a social situation, it can be a movie. I mean, inspiration comes or don't comes. You can't really looking for. If you work today with electronic gear, so you have to find something what brings people together, what surprises people, what opens to new horizons or something like that. So you don't want to create the same music a traditional group could even produce. Yeah? So that's why electronic music had to find their own aesthetic, their own vocabulary of expressions. Yeah? So in this process, I think it's just starting. Over the last years, we was really catched from the technical innovations. I think now we come near to a situation where we are probably tired of this kind of innovative pressure because at the end, I mean, humans are the creators.